All right, everybody, good morning. This is the Friday call for the environmental bills update. Thanks to everyone who's on the call who was able to join us for PE days this week. I hope that you had a good time, felt that your meetings were productive, and we look forward to having you continue to participate in this legislative process for the next several weeks. As I mentioned, Jeff is unable to join us this morning. He sends his apologies, but he has asked me to relay some notes to you, and so I will do that. You do have in the chat access to the environmental bill report that was emailed to the appropriate committees last night, so you can click that if you haven't had a chance to review it yet. And as we shared last week, it's ordered by last action, so you'll be able to identify the bills that have had the most recent activity. So the notes that I have from Jeff, that there's fortunately very little to share this first week, but that 2 environmental bills advanced through their first committee stops. Senate Bill 438. Let me get down to that, see if that's on there. Well, apparently 438 isn't on this quite yet, but we'll add that. But it's the environmental management bill by Burgess. It's a bill to watch as a potential environmental train bill. So Overdorf has a House companion that has yet to advance, but it will likely get scheduled for its first hearing next week. And so that bill will have added for next week's review. And if you should have the opportunity to look it up in the interim and have any questions or comments on it, please be sure to email those to Jeff and or Alan and me, and we'll be sure to take those comments or questions under consideration and then get back to you. Again, that's Senate Bill 438. There's an Overdorf House companion that hasn't yet advanced. The next note that he has here is Senate Bill 406. It's the environmental resources permitting by Rodriguez. And he says that this is the stormwater side slopes bill. It advanced through its first committee, but there was no action in the House. The last update is with respect to the stormwater ratification bill. Late breaking, the Senate should have a proposed committee bill out next week. So we'll obviously be watching that very closely and keeping you informed as to any relevant developments. So with that, those are Jeff's notes. Let me minimize this.
All right, Laura, let me jump in real quick.
Yeah, thank you, Alan.
Yesterday afternoon, I got an invitation to a call this afternoon put together by the home builders to address the ratification bill. I'm not sure what they're going to talk about, and officially we're in a neutral stance, but I'll sit in on that and see if there's anything we need to report next week.
Okay, thank you, Alan. Any other points to offer or updates to share?
All is quiet.
That's not a bad thing. Alan, anything further?
No, that's all I had.
Okay. I'm sorry, what, Shaw?
Nothing. I just said until hell breaks loose.
Oh.
I was just reading, this is Kelly. I was reading through the Yellowfinch news clips this morning, and it talks about a bill that will reduce local regulatory time, but it doesn't the article doesn't mention which bills it is. Have either of you had a chance to read through the notes yet?
I have not been able to read the clips yet this morning, but I'm making a note now, Kelly, to further investigate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other members have any questions, comments, thoughts?
Has anyone heard any additional information on the Senate Bill 1304, Advanced Wastewater Treatment? House Bill 1153 is the companion, I think. Yep.
I don't have any info on that here in the notes, but I can certainly, again, make a note of that and ask that we've got some specific follow-up about that for next week's call, or if there's something pressing between now and then that Jeff alerts us so that we can get moving if there's something we need to do.
Thank you.
So
You're welcome.
did you say 1304?
That's what's on the report this week.
1 second. Searching the Senate, it shows no bills with that number.
I thought it was 1386.
There is one on the report 1304 by Berman. Advanced wastewater treatment. Senate filed, and it's referred to Environmental Natural Resources Appropriation Committee, Agriculture, Environmental and General Government, and Fiscal Policy. But there's nothing else going with it. And then the House Bill companion is 1153 by Cross.
Let me try that one, because 1304 just keeps saying there is no bill. There should be one. I mean, they're past that number by now.
So I was able to click on the link and it did show up.
Okay. Maybe there's something going wrong with the Senate's website. Say the House bill number again, Shaw.
The House Bill is 1153.
Yeah, it's saying 0 for that one too. So there's something going on with their website.
Alan, I've been able to pull it up. I'm going to share it to our screen so maybe we could take a look at it. Can everyone see that?
Yes.
You see it, Alan?
I just see the report.
No. You don't see the lobby tools bill summary for 1304?
You need to change your screen. There
How
it
about
is.
now?
Yeah.
Okay. Advanced wastewater treatment requiring the DEP in consultation with the water management districts and sewage disposal facilities to submit to the governor and legislature by specified dates reports on certain permitted sewage disposal facilities in the state, a priority ranking process for implementing advanced wastewater treatment upgrades at such facilities, and the implementation status of such upgrades. Effective date July 1st, 2024. Alan?
Yeah.
Anything?
No,
You'd
I
like me
don't. Now this Jeff tracks these. I don't track them, so I'm not familiar with where they're at. And Bill, I see your question about the use of utility revenues. I've seen some bills out there on that, but again, that's part of what Jeff tracks. So I'll get with him next week and we'll get an answer for you.
Okay. Well, unless anybody has any other issues, questions that they'd like us to note so that we can have those reviewed and answered. Okay, well, seeing none, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your patience this morning. Let us know if anything comes up between now and our next call next Friday, where Jeff will be back. And in the meantime, the bill reports will be posted on our website, as well as these recordings later on this afternoon. And we do have our general bill update call starting here later on this morning. So we hope to see you there. Have a good day.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks. Bye.